വെൽക്കം ബാക്ക് ടു ചാനൽ ലേണിംഗ് ശ്രീ ബനാസർ ഖാലിദ്. അപ്പൊ സീറ്റിനുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് നമ്മളൊരു NCERT സീരീസ് ആരംഭിച്ചു. അപ്പൊ അതിന്റെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ് കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്തായിരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആ ക്ലാസ് യൂസ്ഫുൾ ആയെന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. ഇന്ന് അതിന്റെ റിമൈനിങ് പോർഷൻസ് ആണ് ഈ ക്ലാസ്സിലൂടെ പ്രൊവൈഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ക്ലാസ് ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചിരിക്കുക. ക്ലാസ്സിലേക്ക് കടക്കാം. So in the last class we studied how can we group plants. That plants we group based on the we can see that different types of plants or different variations in the features related to stems, leaves, flowers, and more. And we by considering their thickness, height, then the type of stem, then by considering the root, and also by considering the variation, we can group the plants in. We can classify the plants in many, or we can classify them in many ways. So that we studied in the last class. And the next class we are going to study about how can you group animals. So എങ്ങനെയാണ് അനിമൽസിനെ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നോക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ പ്ലാന്റ്സിന്റെ ഗ്രൂപ്പിംഗ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലായെന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെയാണ് അനിമൽസിനെ അതുപോലെ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കാം. How to group animals? How to group animals? What are the features can you think to group of them? എങ്ങനെ ഏതൊക്കെ ഇപ്പൊ എക്സാമ്പിൾ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇവിടെ കുറച്ചൊരു ഒരു എക്കോസിസ്റ്റത്തില് കുറച്ച് അനിമൽസ് ഉള്ളതായിട്ടാണ് കാണിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഓരോ അനിമൽസിനെ മൂവ്മെന്റ്സിന്റെ ബേസിസിൽ ഓരോ അനിമൽസിന്റെ മൂവ്മെന്റ്സ് ആണ് നമ്മൾ നോട്ടീസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്. എന്നിട്ട് അവ എങ്ങനെ ക്ലാസിഫൈ ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കുന്നത്. Name the name which these how these animals move and name the body parts used for movement. അപ്പൊ അനിമൽസ് എങ്ങനെയാണ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, എന്ത് ബോഡി പാർട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. ഇവിടെ ആൻഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന അനിമല് എന്ത് ടൈപ്പ് മൂവ്മെന്റ് ആണ് ഫോളോ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അത് ആൻഡ് ക്രോൾ ചെയ്യാണ് അല്ലെ, എഴയാണ് അത് ആൻഡ് ക്രോൾ ചെയ്താണ് പോകുന്നത്. ഇനി ഏത് ബോഡി പാർട്സ് യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ലെഗ്സ് യൂസ് ചെയ്താണ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇനി ഗോട്ട് ആണെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ ടൈപ്പ് ഓഫ് മൂവ്മെന്റ് മീൻസ് വാക്സ് ആൻഡ് ജംപ്സ്. വിച്ച് ബോഡി പാർട്സ് യൂസ് ഫോർ മൂവ്മെന്റ്, ലെഗ്സ് ആർ യൂസ് ഫോർ മൂവ്മെന്റ്. In pigeon, the name of animal, the type of movement of pigeon is by means of fly. Flying, it's flying. Pigeon flies. Then which body part is used for movement? Wings are used for movement. Then housefly. Housefly is an example for another animal, and the type of movement is it walks and flies. Then body parts used for movement is legs and wings. Then fish. Fish, which type of movements? Fish is all which used to swim. That means the body parts used for movement is fins. Likewise, we can group a number of animals and the different types of movements and the different types of different body parts that are used for movement. Here, from this data, we can conclude that different animals have different types of movement. That means animals can fly, run, crawl, walk, hop or jump and so on. These animals use different body parts for moving from one place to another. That means they use wings, legs and other parts that help them to move. Here we have identified animals based on types of movement and the body parts used for movement. Thus, we can group animals based on their body parts or based on their movements. So, based on the body part, that means we can group those animals based on their movements. Additionally, many animals differ from each other in shape, size, structure, color, and other features. So, from the following examples, we can group animals based on their movements, and in addition, we can also group them because by considering the other facts, that means they differ in shape, size, structure, color, and other features. So, we can also group them based on these variations. Like plants, grouping of animals is important for understanding their diversity. So, like plants, we can also group them. That means, let us consider those animals living in different surroundings. And does the movement of these animals depend upon their surroundings? Now we are going to consider the movement of the animals and whether it is in a relationship with their surroundings. Let us consider fish and goats in examples. You know, fish live in water. They have streamlined bodies and fins for movement in water. So fish, while considering fish lives in water. Then the fishes live in water. Then they have streamlined bodies and fins for the movement in water. So for movement in water, they have streamlined bodies and fins. Then what about goats? Goats live in grassy areas and move with the help of legs. So goats used to live in grassy areas where grass is where there is a huge amount of grass. That is, they live in grassy areas and move with the help of legs. They move with the help of legs. So goats here, they move with the help of legs, and they live in grassy areas where fish which lives in water have streamlined bodies and fins for movement. The size and shapes of animals also differ from another. Look at the picture. The fishes have fins and streamlined body for swimming and that is for the movement in water. And the goat They live in grassy areas. They move with the help of legs. And both the animals' shape and size are also different from each other. So, likewise, you have to here a chart is created, that is animals and plants found in different surroundings. And in the desert, for example, desert camel. Camel is an animal which is in desert. Then on mountains, deodar tree is found. Then in ocean, fishes found. In the forest, lion. So here, animals found in different surroundings. Desert, camel is found in desert. Mountain region, deodar tree is present. And the ocean, fish is found. And the forest, lion is found. So here, each and every animal or plant have a different surroundings. That is, from this observation, what can conclude that that is, plants and animals found in one kind of region are different from those kind in another kind of region. Here, let us discuss something, that is, from if you are considering those plants and animals in various regions. For example, cactus. Cactus means it has a thick and fleshy stems, and it grows in desert. It is seen in desert area. So here, that means we have to understand the fact that plants and animals found in one kind of region are different from those found in another kind of region. So that is a particular plant. That is, for example, we are considering cactus. It is having thick and fleshy stems so as to live in a desert. That means for that purpose, for living in the desert, it has modified with thick and fleshy stems. Okay, then next one, if you are considering this cactus, for example, that we observe the cactus with thick and fleshy stems in desert of Rajasthan. So grows in desert of Rajasthan. So in order to accommodate or in order to adapt with the situations in the desert area, it had thick and fleshy stems. And the next case, a deodar tree in mountains is picturized, and this tree is growing in the Himalayas of Himachal Pradesh. So, in order to adapt to that conditions in the Himalayan regions, the trees are conical in shape and have flexible and sloping branches. So, trees have conical shapes and have flexible and sloping branches. So, this is an adaptation for the particular tree to grow in that certain region. So, that means plants and animals found in one kind of region different from those found in another kind of region. Next one, notice the two types of plants found in different regions are different from each other. Why is it so? Why does the biodiversity region vary from that of another? That is, we have studied that that is plants and animals which are growing in different regions, they are different from each other. That is, a cactus which grows in desert area is very thick. That stem is very thick and fleshy. That is for what purpose? That is, it is living in desert area, so it has to store water for its further growth or for further living in desert area. Whereas in the case of deodar tree, it is seen in Himalayas or in the mountain region. That is, the mountain region snow is present. So, in order to overcome the flow of the snow, or the shape of the trees has a conical shape. The tree is having a conical shape, and it has flexible and sloping branches. That is so as to uh, help it from the flow of snow. That is the adaptation over there. Next one, if in the case of desert, there is very little water available in deserts. So a hot desert is typically very hot during the day and very cold at night. So a hot desert, as you're considering hot desert, it is very hot during the day and it's very cold at night. Therefore, the plants have to find you can find plants and animals in these areas that can tolerate and survive both the hot conditions during the day and cold conditions at night. So they listen to the point that is in desert area very little water is available, and if it is a hot desert, it is typically very hot during the daytime and very cold at night. So the plants and animals those are living in that particular area have to tolerate and survive both the hot conditions as well as both the hot conditions in day as well as the cold conditions in night. That means the plant or animal which is supposed to live in that particular region, they have to survive, or they have to tolerate and survive both the hot conditions in the day as well as the cold conditions at night. The fleshy stems of plants found in the desert can store water and help them tolerate the hot conditions in these places. So listen here, the fleshy stems of plants found in desert The fleshy stems is made for the purpose of storing water, and thus it will help them to tolerate the hot conditions in these particular places. So understand the fact. Let's take the example of cactus. The cactus have fleshy stems, and these fleshy stems help them to store water, and it helps them to tolerate the hot conditions in the particular place. Then mountains in extremely cold regions experience frequent snowfall. In order to survive in such conditions, some of the trees have the ability to let the snow slide off easily. The conical shape and sloping branches of deodar trees enable them to do easily. So we have considered the example of deodar trees. Its shape is conical and it has sloping branches. For what purpose? To survive in conditions. That is in mountain regions. These trees are found in mountain regions, such as in Himalayan regions, where extremely cold regions are. It's experience frequent snowfall. Those regions extremely cold regions and experience frequent snowfall. So in order to survive in such situations, such conditions, most of the trees have the ability to let the snow slide off easily. And for that purpose, the deodar tree is also having a conical shape and sloping branches. So have you understood? Next one here, by this we can clear that by this it's clear that the biodiversity varies from region to region because of diverse conditions. So biodiversity varies from region to region due to diverse conditions. Look at the image of a camel here. Look at the image of a camel that is from the hot desert of Rajasthan and a camel from the cold desert of Ladakh. So the picture it shows the image of a camel which is surviving in a hot desert, and another image of a camel surviving in the cold desert. What are the difference notice here? You can see a large number of differences. First one is the camel in the hot desert have long legs and wide hooves. So long, this camel which survive in hot desert have long legs and wide hooves. That long legs are provided to walk on the sandy desert without sinking into the sand. So here you have to understand, in order to adapt to that particular situation in the hot desert, the camels have long legs and wide hooves. That means the camels' long legs and wide hooves help them to walk on the sandy desert without sinking into the sand. So that is for the walking purpose without sinking into the sand. It has long legs and wide hooves. That means those camels living in desert area. Then the other one, those camels which live in cold desert. What is its figure? What peculiarity or what difference we can notice in the figure? That is the height and legs of the camel in cold desert are comparatively shorter than those found in hot desert. That is the height of the legs as well as the height as well as the legs of the camel. In cold desert, they are comparatively short as compared to that of in hot desert. That these short legs help them to walk easy in mountain regions. So mountainous regions, short legs help them to walk easily. Help them to walk easily. That is what this is. So there is a difference here. So here, first one, in hot desert, the camel's body is adapted in such a way to survive in the hot desert. And the second case, the camel figure camel's figure is adapted figure, and the camel adapts uh, certain things so as to survive in the cold desert. That is what here. So understood? That is in deserts, you have to consider the both conditions. It's in desert area as well as in cold desert. That is in hot desert, the camel has to survive there. So in order to survive, it undergoes certain adaptations. So it has certain adaptations to survive in the particular region. It is with having long legs and wide hooves. It has to walk along the sandy region. Whereas in the case of camels which are living in cold desert regions, their legs are too short as well as they have wide hooves and legs are too short. It means they have to adapt themselves to the cold conditions within that particular cold desert. So their height is short. Height as well as the legs are very short. So next, moving to the next one, we have to study one more thing that is in deserts, food is not available easily, isn't it? So camels store food in their house. You know that the camels live in desert, and food as water as well as food is also scarce there. So the camels also should they also must store food in their house. And remember, in hot desert region, the camels have one hump that helps them to survive during the scarcity of food. So the picture you can see that hot camels which survive in hot desert area have only one hump, whereas those surviving in the cold desert region has two humps. What is the purpose of that? That is, the camels in hot desert have one hump each that helps them to survive during the scarcity of food. So that one hump is enough for the camel to survive in the hot desert, so as to uh, uh, help them from the scarcity of food. In the second case, the camels in cold desert have two humps each. That is, these two humps shrink in late winters because there is not much food available in cold desert, and they have to use food stored in the humps during that time. So during the late winters, these two humps, the camels being cold desert, one specifically that it has two humps each, and these two humps. So these two humps shrink in late winters because there is not much food available in the cold desert, and they have to use food stored in the humps during that time. So in cold desert during late winters, these camels humps shrink, and that for what purpose? That is, during late winters there is not much food available in the cold desert, and they have to use the stored food in their humps during that time. So due to the usage of this food during that time, the humps shrinks during the late winters. Moreover, they grow long hair from head to neck, which help them to survive the cold winters of Ladakh. So, in cold deserts, in order to survive from the winters of this Ladakh, the camel had grown. The camel has long hair from head to neck. So, there is a difference between the camel in desert area as well as the camels in cold. That is hot desert area as well as in cold desert area. In cold desert area, those camels grow long hair from head to neck that it helps them to survive the cold winters of Ladakh. So, what are the features can help camels to survive in desert? So, that is in those camels which survive, which live in the hot desert area, they have long legs and wide shoes. That what for purpose to move easily in sandy areas. That is, in case of camels living in cold desert, their legs are too short, and the height and then they are too short, and their legs are also very short. This enables them to move in mountain regions. Then the next purpose we studied is next thing we studied is that camels in hot desert area has only single hump, whereas the camels in cold desert area has two humps. That is, in the camel in the hot desert requires has one hump so as to survive during the scarcity of food, and camels in cold desert have two humps each because there the scarcity of food in cold desert is too much. So that during the late winter period, the scarcity of food is too much in cold desert area. So by using this stored food, the camel's humps shrinks during late winters. That is what I have to study. Next, another difference is that the camels living in cold desert area have they have long hairs that from growing from head to neck that has also helped them to survive the cold conditions of cold winters of cold desert region. Then another thing is camels excrete small amounts of urine. Their tongue is dry and they do not sweat in which area. Those living in desert region or that is hot desert regions. Those camels living in hot desert regions of Rajasthan, they excrete small amounts of urine. Why this small amounts of urine? And their tongue is very dry and that they do not sweat. These are the reasons. What are the reasons for this? That is the scarcity of water is very severe there. So amount of urine will be the amount of urine excreted will be small, and the tongue is very much dry, and they do not sweat. That is for the purpose they are living in hot desert area. Water scarcity is very severe there. As camels do not lose much water from their bodies, they can survive for many days without drinking water. So likewise, by absorbing the water within the body without excreting by means of urine, or without excreting in the form of without providing by providing the dung dry, and by not sweating, the camels store as much of water within their bodies, and so that purpose they can survive for many days without drinking water. The next one is you can see certain beautiful flowers. It is these beautiful bright flowers called rhododendrons. These are seen in the shore of forest of Nilgiris. These rhododendrons, which are found in the shore of forest of Nilgiris, are of shorter height and have their smaller leaves to survive to the heavy winds on mountain tops. So here the The peculiarity is they have shorter height and they have smaller leaves to survive through the heavy winds on mountain tops. Later, the same rhododendrons can be seen in Sikkim. And here, the difference is that these rhododendrons are in the nearby mountains are found which are seen in Sikkim are to be found to be more too taller, found to be taller. And these plants they exhibit different features with and that is to survive in the conditions which are very different. So these rhododendrons which are from the picture you can see those rhododendrons that are living in two different regions. In the first case, it is seen in it is Shola forest of Nilgiris that rhododendrons are found to be shorter in height and have smaller leaves. And the second case, which the rhododendrons which are growing in Sikkim, they modified their that means their modifications occurred in their feature. That is, their height is a little bit they are a little bit taller than those present in those living in the Chola forest of Nilgiris. This height as compared to them, the rhododendrons growing in Sikkim regions have more height. It means they is more tall than the first one. So that is here different features are provided in the particular same plant or in the same plant to survive to the different conditions of different regions. So in order to survive, that is what is mentioned here. The plants and animals they are found in one kind of region are different from those found in another kind of region. So the same plant which is found in one region are different from those found in another kind of region. That is to adapt to that particular region, they have modified their features. That is what we have seen here. So next one, that is the particular features plants and animals living in a particular region have special features that make them fit to survive there. These special features that enables plants and animals to survive in a particular region are called adaptations. So what is adaptation is here mentioned, that is plants and animals living in a particular region have special features that make them fit to survive there, and that particular features that enables the plants and animals to survive in that particular region are called adaptations. The shape of deodar tree and height of the rhododendron adaptations that enable them to survive in the mountain regions. That is, the deodar tree's shape is conical and its branches are sloping downwards. That is to survive them in the that helps them to survive them in the mountain regions. Then the height of rhododendron, that is also different as compared to those growing in the Shola forest of Nilgiris and that of the those growing in the Sikkim mountain regions. So that is in the mountain regions they are more found to be growing in more with in a very height. That is that adaptation. That is the adaptation found there. That means those features are adapted. Those features are adapted by the particular animal or plant to survive in the particular region, and that features are known as adaptations. Then the plants and animals living in the particular place, though the place where plants and animals are living in is also known as habitat. So the habitat of a camel is hot or cold desert, and the habitat of rhododendron is mountains. That is, habitat means the place where animals live. That is what mentioned in that here. So that's all about this chapter. So in this chapter, we studied about the how plants and animals can be grouped or classified based on certain facts and based on certain features. So hope you all understood. So that's all about the chapter. So the next class we will be discussing about the next chapter. And if you are if this class is found to be useful, please subscribe this channel and keep watching. We shall meet in the next class. Till then, bye from me. Thank you.